Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and it's 100% opinion-based content. Nothing being said about any org or player should be taken as facts. For all medical topics, you should always speak to a licensed medical professional at all times before considering any opinion. Viewers and listeners' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Esports Lounge Podcast. This podcast is a long-form conversation hosted by DrVtach with the top guests in the world of esports, bringing you everyone from owners, pros, semi-pros, former pros, and content creators of many games. So let's give it up for the one and only DrVtach. DrVtach.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Esports Lounge Podcast. Well, today we got a special guest, and oh boy, this guy is special. He is tough. I hear he is really tough. Well, he's so tough that Waldo is still hiding. I'll tell you, this guy is tough. When I talk about Summit1G, and what first thing comes to my mind, gamers that have been there for a long, long time, that put their footprint on esports. You hear his name, and a lot of people just already automatically know a top of the line, phenomenal CSGO pro player. And to be really honest, I never truly seen him play till not long ago, like within, say, 6 months or so. And I was like, wow, this guy was actually really, really good. You know, because esports is really big. But his name is carried a long ways for many years. And guys, I am truly honored and blessed to have him on the podcast. Summit, what's up, man?
How's it going, dude? Thank you for the nice little introduction, brother.
Yeah, man. So, how's life treating you?
It's going okay. Just I'm kind of head down streaming a lot the last probably 6 months now. So it's a lot of no socializing and in-house just grinding, to be honest.
Wow.
The basement grind.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's where it all goes down at the end of the day, you know. After you get back from an event or something like that, it's all fun, having a good time hanging out with friends. But when you go back home, back to the basement, the lab.
Got to go back to work.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Man, now you stream basically Monday to Friday, or you just stream certain days?
Pretty much. I used to do a schedule where I would do like 6 days, and then I would take 1 day off. I think that day used to be Thursday. And then there just came a point where I was just kind of like, I'm just going to kind of truck. And then when I feel like taking a day off, I'll just kind of take one. So I'm 7 days a week until I feel like it, you know, really.
Wow. Do you worry about getting burnt out?
Not really, to be honest with you. It's I think the biggest burnout is just like, oh man, what game do I play? When it comes to actual streaming and being there and you know, talking to people and stuff, not really. I don't think I'll ever get burned out on something like that.
Yeah, I know quite a few players that got burned out really bad. They you could tell by their body language while they're streaming, by the way they're talking. They don't reply much to their chat. And it's really sad because you know that I'm on for a lot of people, for a lot of pro players, and there was one person that I won't mention names, but he was averaging like 100 to 120 viewers at one time, and then he felt like the pressure that he had to stream every single day. I told him, I said, listen, do it every 2 days. You're getting burnt out. The people are noticing, your chat is noticing that you're acting different. You know, your lack of sleep, you're acting funny, you know, you're not talking, you're rumbling sometimes. So give it a break. Eventually he just ignored it. He says, no, dude, I know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, fine. So I kind of like backed off and went to help out other people. When I came back 6 months later, start revisiting him, from 120, he's down to 3 viewers.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that's because his schedule changed? Do you think that's because he couldn't keep a consistent schedule? Or do you think it's because his lack of energy and entertainment value went down because of the burnout?
I think it's more because of the burnout, because he would stream during the day. He'll take 4-hour breaks and then stream again all the way till nighttime.
Oh, yeah,
And then
that's a schedule. That's the Tim the Tap Man schedule.
yeah, he started doing that, and then he kind of eventually like, was just not there, not zoned. And then when people were asking him questions, talking with him, he would get kind of annoyed, and his lack of sleep, is like, you need to sleep. And then that's what kind of like have people drift off.
Yeah, I feel that.
And people would tell me like, dude, talk to your friend, man. He just like, he's with an attitude, why is he streaming if he's going to be with an attitude? And, there's nothing I could do. I could say so much, but once they start telling you, oh, don't worry about it, I know what I'm doing, I just like, okay, fine.
Yeah, let them do their thing. Streaming is more than just playing games. At the end of the day, we're not. When you have a gaming day to yourself, without anybody, no streaming involved, you're just kind of playing with friends and stuff. You're doing all sorts of stuff. You're eating food. You're walking off, talking to somebody. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video in between games, or maybe you're switching games up throughout the day. There's not like a crazy attentive process that you have to. You're not constantly paying attention to one area all day long, right? So it's definitely. More of a mental exhaustion, right, than just normal gaming is. So I can see how people can get burned out if they go too hard on streaming, without a doubt. You know what I mean? It's maybe YouTube, but live streaming, you got to kind of be there.
Yeah, you gotta be there. You gotta be there for those that are joining, for those that have been there with you for a long time, your chat and everything. Yeah. So it's like, if you're not talking to them or giving them some attention. Now, there's certain games that I noticed that you can't be like reading chat, you're back and forth. See, with me, when I used to play Rainbow Six Siege, I was like, okay, dude, I can't even move. I'm stuck here. I got to pinpoint at the location. I can't be reading chat. Yeah. Oh, I die real quick.
There's games that are like that, real tough. I can't play League of Legends and read chat at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm just completely turned off when I play certain games. So the chat will understand that, though. But, for the most part, as long as it's not your main game.
That's a game I still yet haven't played.
League of Legends?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
I haven't played that game yet. I mean, I played Battlefield 4. I was really good on that one. Then Rainbow Six and Flight Simulator is usually the games.
You like Flight Simulator? Hell yeah. Okay, that's what's up. Those are some good choices, though. Yeah, I've never played Minecraft.
I tried Minecraft one time.
Yeah, just
one time I tried it with my son's Xbox. I go, okay, buddy, let me see. I'm like, yeah, no, this is.
You didn't build a house or nothing?
Huh?
Did you build a house?
If I build a house, yeah, I tried. I tried to build a railroad. And he was like, Dad, just give it here. You can't make the little cart move. I'll tell you how it works. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you got to love that stuff. Yeah, never played that, so I feel you on it. League of Legends is also in like that. It's also one of those games. It's like, it's either massively hated or people love it and they're addicted to it. You know what I mean? There's not much middle ground.
Yeah. It's like with, what was that game? You started playing it too, Star Citizen.
Star Citizen. Yeah, that's a fun one, actually. It's...
Yeah.
Kind of got to be patient for that game, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it has a lot of glitches and bugs.
Yeah, it's got glitches and bugs, and then like the whole concept of space and that you travel through it really quickly kind of makes every place that you find people only at points of interest. You don't just like randomly stumble on people in deep space and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's just simply space was too big, and there's just not enough people to play it, right, in one server. I think they have like 100 people max, which they plan on in 4.0 making like server meshing a thing so they can have hopefully 1,000 people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game's doing okay, I think.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. They're doing some updates to it pretty soon that's going to just like blow up even more. But this one of those games that's still in alpha.
Yeah, it's one of those games that gets made fun of for just taking forever to be made. Yeah.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, at least they haven't abandoned it. We've seen games come out and get it instantly abandoned too. So there's two sides of the coin.
I wonder what's going on with the finals now. I mean, now you don't.
I just actually talked to the devs recently. They're good. I think
they're
updating the game still. They just came out with a big update and stuff. I saw them at TwitchCon. I played some games with them there. Yeah, they seem cool. There's a lot of Battlefield esque thought process when it comes to some of their core gameplay.
Yeah, it's actually a really fun game. A lot of action.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's one of the games that me and my buddies will randomly just play just for fun, because it's not a hard game to jump into, to be honest with you. Some games are kind of hard to open up. Be like, yeah, it's kind of a deep dive. Don't want to do this right now. Final, it doesn't really feel like that with Final, so I don't mind it.
Yeah. You have a particular group that you always play with that, you stick to when you're playing?
It just kind of changes throughout the years. It's just whoever's around. I have a lot of GTA RP friends that I hang out with. They're kind of like the main jammers now. They come through, but they're kind of like a mix of like RP friends and like just friends that I've had throughout the years streaming. So a little bit of a mix.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because you got to be really careful nowadays, because whoever you put in your game while you're streaming, because someone could say something that could just like...
Yeah.
Ouch.
Keep your circle small. Know who you're hanging out with.
Keep it very small.
Yeah, just you got to be a little bit picky on your friends. That's how it goes. You hang out with people that are like you.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's kind of what I've been doing. It's my friends are all pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. I'm really picky as well with certain people. When I have people say, "Hey, who do you recommend?" I could count with my fingers.
Yeah.
If for an example, you were to tell me, who do you recommend I could play with on Rainbow Six Siege, and I will have my selected group.
Yeah.
That I know for a fact, they won't be disrespectful. They won't say anything out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good-hearted people, very humble people. It's
important.
And, yeah, it's important. I'm going to be really honest, and I want the world to know, because I have tons of people around I got like 40 people, listeners in 47 countries, I think. It's quite a bit.
Oh, no kidding. Hey, congrats, man.
Thank you. Want everybody to know that everybody I bring in on the pod is very humble, and you're one of them.
Thanks, brother.
And I am truly grateful that you came on, because you could have been this other type of person, like, let me see how many followers this guy has. Let me see who's following him. Let me see who's this. Was he a pro player? Oh, no, forget it. I don't want to, be on your pod. I don't care, And you're nothing like that. You're very, very super, super humble.
Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I know it goes both ways, just like I'm trying to get my brand and name out there, someone else is trying to do the same thing. So we do these type of things that bounce off each other. I'm all about it,
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah,
now,
man.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
I think when I start slowing down the stream, it's definitely a possibility. I know I've gotten a couple offers from some friends to do a little bit of something here and there, but since I'm streaming so heavily, it's something I want to continue really pushing and focusing on is my Twitch stream. I'm going to be thinking about podcasts later, I think. So I definitely want to get on one or be a part of one and or create one. But I think when I get more time away from streaming, maybe my stream starts to fall off a little bit more, or I want to do it a little bit less or something like that,
Yeah, there's some people that do both.
Yeah.
It's time consuming. Podcasting is time consuming. I mean, if you're well known, you have more flexibility. It's a lot easy.
Of course.
For me, I have to struggle.
Yeah. I imagine you have to go out, message people, set up schedules as best you can,
What kind of helped? Yeah, what kind of helped me out when I got picked up by Wildcard and I joined the org, they reached out to me and I was part of the team. I wasn't a player, but I was I worked in communications and Twitch specialist for the players and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that kind of like really opened the doors to me getting known in the pro scene.
Yeah, creating a lot of connections. Your name gets out there a little bit.
Yeah, the players felt more comfortable and joining the pod and coming on. Okay, so since you're part of this organization, they're very well known. Okay, fine. I'll go ahead and tag
jump
in.
On.
Yeah, jump on.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It was really, really helpful. Really, really cool.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's not an easy industry to get started in, that's for sure. Without a name, at least. You have to get your name out there somewhere.
Oh gosh, it's tough. And it's kind of dirty too. It's kind of like rough.
Yeah.
I remember one time I think I just vented with you or something a while back, and you told me it's the gaming politics, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's a
like,
big thing.
Oh, gosh.
It's a big thing. I recognized that early in my Counter-Strike days. Yeah, gaming politics are real.
Oh man, I cannot believe it, how much it is. It's just like, it comes to a point that I'm like, I don't know if I want to continue in this, to be really honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
I
that.
kind of like want to dedicate 100% to Flight Simulator. When the new Flight Simulator comes out in November, the 2024, probably hook up with some students or, they're pilot students. And they're in training and start learning how to fly with them.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool,
now
man.
a lot of them are using this VRs. They're a special type of VRs. It costs like $1,000 each.
Of course.
But it's a different type of field. Everything is different. The community is very different. It's very there's hardly no toxicity in it.
Really?
Yeah, on Flight Simulator. Yeah, no.
That's pretty rare for a video game, so that's cool.
Yeah, well, the people that are really into Flight Simulator, God forbid you say video game.
You know what? Yeah, it's simulator, right? Simulation.
Yeah, simulator. For them, it's like, what did you just say? No, it's not a video game. It's a sim. We all know it's a video game, but simulator. And I'm like, okay,
shit,
cool.
DayZ wasn't Arma a simulation for freaking army stuff? So
Yeah.
that turned into mad video games.
Wow.
We got DayZ now,
Oh, DayZ, I remember that game.
Yeah, it's still popping, still pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's popping, but they're doing pretty good. They got a new map that just came out. They got new modded maps that are coming out. They're pretty fun too because they're like progression-based maps. It's not just like old Chernars where you're just running around, getting a gun, going find people to kill or do whatever with. It's kind of like, go get this piece, go get that piece, go over to this side of the map, try to find this, and so you can open up this door kind of thing. So a little bit of progression, a little bit of stuff to look forward to. Kind of nice. I like the kind of the route that the community has taken the maps in that game.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
The combat in that game.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's you'll run around for like 6 hours in that game, and you'll get in your first fight, and you guys will just kill each other. You guys will just trade, and you're just like, man, how am I supposed to feel about this? I'd almost rather him either just kill me, and me lose the fight than us trade. So that actually got under my skin last time I played DayZ was all the trading that was happening, man. Bro, I'd be in a fucking 20-hour run, dude. Me and a guy would just shoot each other. We both die. It's like, oh my God, no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes I come in your chat, man, but you got your chat is so fast. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I was like, boop. And by the time you look at it while you're playing those games.
I'm sorry about that. That's why people have to say
know.
the same thing like 3-4 times or something like that.
Yeah.
They're like, what's up, man? Oh, shit. What's up, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You be going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
years
seen
go
you
on,
play.
I slowly get less and less to my left monitor. And I recognize that as a streamer. I need to kind of pick it up again and get better at being a streamer.
Well, remember, you got 13, 14, 15, 20,000 viewers.
Yeah, I feel that.
A lot of viewers, man.
Yeah, you don't really think about it a whole lot when you're streaming that. At least I don't. When you think about them all individually being that many people, it's a little overwhelming. But
Man, I got overwhelmed with 25 viewers, man.
yeah, all of a sudden expectations are there. All of a sudden, you might have to play a game to a certain level. All of a sudden, maybe you got to make some motherfuckers laugh. Like,
yeah,
oh, man.
Got to be crazy and do some wild stuff.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Expectations change as you start to gain viewership, I guess.
Thank God I'm out of it. I felt pressured, man. I felt that pressure, like, when you're gonna come back on and when you're gonna stream again, and gosh.
Oh yeah. You really got to treat it like a job if you plan on doing it like a job,
Yeah.
That's why people expect you there every day if you're gonna be there every day, right? And then if you start to slow down, you're gonna feel that because people are gonna not be coming through as much. The schedule's a big thing for Twitch. I noticed that pretty early. It was like what got me more viewers early was when I stopped working full time, and then got to focus everything on Twitch. So then I started, instead of having willy-nilly, oh, I can get on this time, I can get on at this time. I was like, I'll be on every day from this time to this time. You know what I mean? So that completely, like, I doubled viewership, like, within, like, a month, I think.
Wow, that's cool. Now, I see that you play sometimes with Shroud.
Yeah, sometimes we play with Mike.
Really?
Yeah, he's
He's a
as
cool
good as
cat.
they say he is at shooting games, too.
You know what's really crazy? When I first got into Twitch, I'd say this is like, what, 2 years, 3 years ago?
Okay.
My focus was on certain people that I know from YouTube that I seen on certain one individual game. You know, like I said, Rainbow Six or Halo. And that was it. That was it. When I was playing Halo one day with a couple buddies of mine, and they say, "Oh man, this guy's just as good. Like he plays like Shroud." And I'm like, "Who the heck is Shroud?" Oh God, why did I say that? That was like, dude, what do you just say? You just said you don't know who he is. And even when I went onto your channel for the first time, and a while back, and you started playing with a couple buddies, I think you were playing Halo.
Halo.
And then I was like, Summit.
Yeah,
Oh God, that
it's
was
worse
another
not to know Shroud, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was another earful that I got, you know. So
Well, I'm happy to hear it.
yeah, and it was like,
Got my
okay,
back.
let me learn the histories of the greats, you know, of streamers. Let me see what's up, what the, you know, what's going on, their history, how they become part of it.
Yeah.
And it started off. So you quit your job and you just dedicated 100% to streaming. That's crazy.
Yeah. That was the move to make at the time. I really hated my job. So
Were you living with your parents back then when that happened?
no, my own apartment.
What?
Yeah, I took a leap of faith. It worked. I also got donated. So the story is, I am full time and working and part time streaming. My stream has like maybe 300-400 viewers or something like that, and then I had quit my job and got a job interview at a place. Got the job, but that same night I was streaming, and somebody asked me how much money it would take for me to attempt at full-time streaming. And I said it would take like a couple grand because I would need like at least 3 months of rent, you know what I mean, to you know, take a 3-month crack at this thing, you know. And he gave me $2,000 that day, and yeah, he gave me $2,000, and then I didn't accept the other job, and just continued streaming full-time from that point, and just continued, never stopped.
That's awesome. Now, what's the person that donated that money? Was it a follower of yours, or?
Yeah, he had just been in the channel watching for a little while. His name was Basilius. He still comes around to this day. He's a mod on the channel, but he used to come back a lot. He used to come around regularly back in those days. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And I think maybe
That's-
he's just a dude that had a little bit of cash.
If it wasn't for him, that kind of like got you that boost.
I would have never done it, I don't think. I wasn't
Yeah.
really about taking chances in life, especially after I just got my first apartment. You know, like I was like,
Yeah.
I was going to suck it the fuck up and work this job that I hated, you know?
Yeah, well, that happens because you just don't know. You're like, okay, I got to make sure I get my bills on time. I got to pay the light, got to pay the water. How am I going to do this?
Yeah, of course.
So he hooked you up, and that's when you just went full time.
Yeah. Didn't go back into my job. I didn't even give him a 2 weeks notice. I just didn't go back.
Well, because you're never going back. You don't
Yeah,
need to give a 2 weeks notice. You're
I didn't
never
really,
going back.
yeah, I didn't really like the job. I didn't like my supervisor. I didn't like anything about it. So when
What
it
was
came
it you're
down to
doing,
me
if you don't
being
mind me
professional-
asking? If
Oh, I worked as like a tier 1 call representative at Time Warner Cable. It's no shot
okay.
at Time Warner Cable. It's just I just could not stand like the environment, having to take phone calls.
Yeah.
The amount of time between phone calls each day varying. One day it'll be fucking 15 minutes between calls, and then one day you're getting slammed every 2 seconds. Oh, bro, and then like you have to sell a bunch of shit, dude. The worst call the best calls were my TV's fucked up. Can you help me? Yep. The worst calls were I want to buy shit. Oh man. bro, you have to check your email every day for their stupid package changes. Oh, we're selling this for this, packaged with this for this, and that for that. We used to sell this for this, but now it's going for that. It's like, oh my Lord. It was actually embarrassing having to talk to people on the phone and tell them how much money shit costs. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But yeah, I absolutely couldn't say. And then I had a supervisor. Oh man, this supervisor hated my guts or something. This dude, we used to, we did like a classroom thing where we learned how to do everything together. Then we got put out onto the field, right, onto the floor. And on this floor, we're still together. So we're in the same area. We're all in our own little cubicle things, right, taking our own phone calls. Our supervisor used to listen to our phone calls. When we would make a mistake, he would have us come over to his desk, and then he would play the phone call on speaker so everyone else can fucking hear and tell you how much you sucked. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, bro, this shit is crazy. Yeah, I was happy to get the fuck out of there. So, yeah.
Is that even legal?
I'm sure it is. But I think he got talked to. They told him to chill out and shit like that. Stop being such a hard ass. But yeah, the dude was just a piece of shit supervisor, to be honest with you.
Dude, that's trying to like embarrass you in front of everybody.
Yeah, he's just one of those cool guys at work, you know? They live in their own little fucking bubble. Yeah, that's how that went. I actually got a job at Lowe's that day. And I knew Lowe's was going to be way more chill because it was a retail environment, which is where I'm from. I worked at like Party City, Howie's Game Shack, like different retail places. So I knew that was kind of like my gig, my jam. So I knew I'd be comfortable there at the very least. But, you know, this shit kind of came around and we just rolled with it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
weird.
Yeah. That had to been tough, man, working. I did customer support as well.
Yeah.
It's a pain, man. It's a freaking pain. Then you got people just complaining. Oh, but why don't I get the same deal as last month? Or I wanted this.
People call you about a $5 increase on their bill, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, why's my bill up $5? Like, bro, the end of the year, man, the shit just went up. You know, it's like it's
nothing
inflation.
I could do.
Yeah.
It's nothing I could do. It's freaking crazy, man. It's wild.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, retail face-to-face type of shit, that was my jam. You know what I mean? I'll help you all day. I can put a smile on my face, have good customer service. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a real person standing in front of you. You kind of, when I know how to do my damn job is helpful. Like, dude, like I said, selling all those packages and shit, where you're doing a different job every fucking day. It was terrible. Dude, I had friends and colleagues that were owning it, though. They're all, oh, man, this guy's selling this much. Oh, bro, this girl is selling this much. I'm not selling shit, meanwhile, you know?
It's wild. Have you ever worked at GameStop?
No, I've never worked at GameStop. I would have killed it at GameStop.
Oh, I know you would.
My jam.
I did.
You did, really?
Yeah,
How'd that
I did.
go? How'd you like it?
It went good. Actually, they promoted me to become assistant manager, and
Oh no shit, let's go.
yeah, it was pretty neat. But the responsibility, I think I was too young for it.
Yeah.
I felt.
What kind of shit did you have to do? Like open and close the store and stuff, or what?
Yeah, opening,
You had to
closing.
like count money and all that.
Yeah, it was just it was a pain. It was just for a moment, it's like they pull you in and say, okay, now this is going to be your responsibility. And I was like, dude, now this is not fun no more.
I feel
freaking stress.
I don't just sell games.
Sell games, you got to make sure about the money count. You got to make sure you put all that into.
Yeah.
Then the money goes out and gets delivered, and
Yeah, I used to have to go bring that to the bank.
Yeah, got to bring it up
City.
to the bank. Yeah. It was just like a lot of pressure, and then you got to make sure that every freaking body meets their quota. Everybody sells that extended freaking warranty.
Shit. Oh yeah, you guys are more hardcore than me. Then Party City was pretty easy. You wish I had to make sure motherfuckers are stocking the shelves and that there was people at the front register. You know what I mean? And people blowing up balloons. To be fair, that was probably the hardest part.
Yeah.
You know, can we get someone at the balloon counter, please?
Well, yeah. Yeah, because selling costumes is easy. I mean, people they already know the costumes they're gonna go for.
Oh, bro, what's so funny is Party City is all fine and dandy until Halloween comes around, like you just said. When Halloween comes around at Party City, all hell breaks loose, bro. Mom's pissed. Mom's stacking aisles, trying to get the same fucking things. We're calling walkie-talkies to the back. Yo, we got this, we got that. Can you bring this out? Oh, man. When Halloween came out, once I found that out, I started taking night shifts for Halloween. It would come out. They would always need people to take the overnight shifts to do restocks on all the costumes and stuff. So I would, as a closer and an opener of the store, was capable of doing an overnight shift with an employee because I can close and open. Oh man, so much better, dude. We would have I'd ask my boss, like, how much do you need me to get done tonight? What do you need me to get done? And he'd be like, this, and that. And then me and the guy that I worked with, we would just crack that out in like 2 hours, and then we'd sleep the rest of the time. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I bet Halloween is the Black Friday for Party City.
It is. It really is. It's fucking crazy. My first year working there, I was baffled. I couldn't fucking believe how many people were showing up for costumes.
Jeez, I bet.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is going on?
Dude, it's moms don't fuck around when it comes to the costumes. You know?
Oh,
and Super Bowls.
And Super Bowl?
People love their fucking Super Bowls, man. They're party city'd out
Really?
for Super Bowls. Plates, decorations,
Oh, that's
fucking
true.
everything under the sun, dude. I used to have this lady that came in every single year for a Super Bowl. She knew me. She would have me walk her around this bitch and pick her up a bunch of her stuff for her and then ring her up. And every fucking year, she'd actually invite me to the fucking Super Bowl party. And I'd never
Really?
This old mom, you know?
She says, well, I got to see if I could get with him now.
Dude, listen, I was too young to see signs like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, please, you know, just doing my job, making everybody happy, you know?
That's crazy,
So,
man.
Party City was a good learning experience, to be honest with you.
Yeah, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 37.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm
okay,
up there.
cool, man.
I didn't get into streaming and content creation until I was 25.
I feel good. I'm 10 years older than you, but I feel
Okay,
good.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's good that you're still in gaming and shit like that. Hell yeah, man. That's what I want to
love
do. You know what I mean?
gaming,
So
man.
that's what's up.
I
That's what's
love
up.
it. It's my passion. I mean, my wife is not used to it. My wife is more a Nintendo girl. You know, she's
yeah.
more into Nintendo. She loves Mario. She'll play that with the kids, but she doesn't know. I just think she doesn't know the amount of money that's involved in streaming and what it is to become a pro player. If she would see the money, then she'll probably like leave me alone and let me do what I got to do. But since I tried streaming and it didn't work out for me, then she was like, you know, are you going to be playing or what you're going to be doing? She was so...
Yeah, all of a sudden becomes more of a conversation.
Yeah, it was a pain in the neck. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm just going to play when she's not around.
I feel that. That was a pain in my. That was a big strain on relationships for me early when I was just on a Counter-Strike team, not making money. You know what I mean? It's like I have to play. I have a match, or I have Counter-Strike practice. Like, how do you tell someone, you know, when you're 20-something, you have Counter-Strike practice, you're not making any money from this shit? What do you mean you have Counter-Strike practice, man? So yeah, that was a strain as well until I became a streamer.
Yeah, I bet.
Just lots of video game playing, man, forever now. So
Wow.
streaming or not.
Now, I know you're married, so because I see the photos that you put out in Halloween, I think last year, or and Christmas. So, how long you been married, and who is she? Is she a streamer, right?
Yeah, little chipmunk, Caroline, my darling. Yeah. We've been together for like 7 years now, and
awesome.
married for a couple.
Good.
Recent, it's more recent. But yeah, it's
Really?
been it's been nice. She's great, man. She's great. We've had our normal relationship rocks, right, that you have to get over and figure out. But we're in a place now where we're both pretty comfortable, both happy with each other.
Well, I'm married for 12 years, and let me tell you, now is everything is a little bit more easier than it was.
Yeah, you finally figured each other out after 12 years.
Well, no. You will never figure out a woman. I'm telling you right now. You would never. I am sorry, brother. You would never figure it out.
Not in our lifetime. I hear you.
No, that's not in a lifetime. But we got into the point that we kind of got our routine. We gotta, know what to do. Now my wife is into making soaps, homemade soap, organics, type of stuff. So I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, when most of the fights happen is when everybody's bored. When no one's doing shit.
That is so true, man. It's like freaking crazy.
Yeah, so it's good that, get a little hobby or something to do throughout the day, even if it's not anything crazy. Yeah, that's how you stop fighting.
Yeah, that was a blessing, man. You don't even know.
That's good, man. That's good.
That was a blessing.
I'm sure she likes doing it too.
Oh man, yeah. When she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go. Can I do it, honey?" Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
hell
go.
yeah, feel
Heck
free.
yeah. I
I'll
gotta
miss
do
you,
something
though.
on the
Don't worry.
computer while you doing that. So when she's like really into it, and to the
you're doing
point
your
that she's like, shh, don't tell me, don't, shh, quiet. I gotta do something. I gotta write down the ounces and do the. Okay, I just want you to let you know I'm gonna play a video game. Okay, go, go.
Oh, those are the best.
You
When she doesn't
see,
give a shit that you just said you gotta go play video games.
exactly. Because if she's bored just sitting down and I tell her that, the first thing, oh, why, you don't want to be with me? You don't want to sit down
watch
next
a
to
movie
me?
or something?
Yeah,
you
you
don't want to
don't
go
watch-
get something to eat? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. It's like, what the heck? No,
I feel that.
no. I need my time.
Yeah. It's good. It's important. It's important. You guys love each other. You want to spend a lot of time
Yeah.
together, but you need your own shit too, man.
Yeah. Well, thing is, we work in the medical field. I work as
Oh.
an EKG. I look at patients' heart rhythms.
Oh, no shit.
I'm a tech. Yeah. Not a doctor or anything like that, but I could look heart rhythms. I could tell you what's going on with your heart
Oh, no
immediately.
kidding. That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Okay.
Those rhythms are just wild. So we work for the same company, and there's the hospitals. There's two located where I live at,
Okay.
and she works at one and I work at another one. And she's like, "Oh, why don't you work where I work?" I'm like, "Nah, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's I'm good."
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, need that space. I met her actually in Puerto Rico working at a hospital because she was the only person that speaks English.
Oh.
And we just like clicked and got along, and we would just talk English all the time. And people were like, "Speak Spanish, we don't understand you," you know. So,
That's
so
pretty
we
cool.
would just laugh and have fun, and we just clicked right from the moment.
That's awesome, man. In 12 years, huge congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I'm gonna tell you something that was even more wild, which I don't recommend everybody to do, because I did it doesn't mean you're gonna do it. But we dated for 3 months, and on the 4th month we got married.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Some people move quick, man. Some
Dude,
people
I
move
took
quick.
the risk. I'm like, screw that. I'm not gonna lose this woman. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. I
You
hear
know.
I hear you. Listen, you make us look bad. The ones that want to wait a little while, the girls
Yeah.
start saying like, "Yo, this guy and this girl,
Well-
they just got married. They've only been together for 3 months. Why are we getting married?" It's like, come on, babe.
I mean, I tell everybody, take your time. Take your
Yeah.
time. This was one in a million that doesn't happen quite often. You'd be lucky. And there's been times that we were just close to the point of divorce because
Of
we
course.
could just we just didn't know each other in certain areas. So
It's not all sunshine and rainbows when you're trying to bring two lives together.
oh,
You know.
jeez, no.
how it
Like I
goes.
said,
It's
it took us years to kind of like get into the groove and understand each other.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Took me a couple months to find out I needed my own toothpaste bottle. You know what I mean? So you learn things.
Oh yeah. Oh man, so that's nice. So you've been married now. You're going 7 years married.
Nah, together 7. Me
7.
just a couple. Yeah.
Oh, just a couple. Okay. Now you guys thinking about having any kids or?
It's been a thought process. We've talked about stuff, but it's not something that we believe we are ready for as humans. And I myself personally has never really thought I've ever wanted a kid in my lifetime. Yeah. So if it were up to me, which it's, it will be, but, at this point in my life, probably a no for now.
Really?
Yeah. I want to just enjoy.
You don't
my
want a
life
little
and
Summit
not
1G
take
running around there in the background?
I know how much
Daddy.
responsibility it is to even have dogs. You know what I mean? And,
Oh, yeah.
And it's like I know a kid is going to exceed that exponentially. So I just don't think I am just mentally prepared to do something like that. I'm sure, like if I had to, have one, I would just have to do a mental change. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
get myself figured out a little bit better when in regards to like my time in life, like how long can I stream every day now? You know what I mean? And shit, like I'd have to get everything changed.
But doesn't like the age factor kind of like get to you? Okay, if I have a
Yeah, I
child
don't
now,
wanna-
if he's going to be 18, what age I'm going to be at,
Oh, you like what age I will be in comparison to what age he would be? I guess I never really thought about it like that. The only way I've ever thought about it is that like the complications of birth. I guess if you let the lady get too old.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like,
another
if
one.
Yeah. So I never even thought about the age gap between father and son and how that can affect maybe the growing up period. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe even more of a reason not to do it. Yeah.
Or probably tonight, your wife is gonna say, "I heard you talking. We're gonna have one now."
Yeah.
I mean, is she
there's
around
more
your same age, or she's younger than you?
She's a little bit younger than me. She's 30.
Oh, okay. Oh, 7 years. That's okay. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, you know, for as old as we are, I think it's all Gucci.
Yeah.
But yeah. We there's obviously some differences in
Man, if she's gonna have a child, she's gonna have to have it like.
That's what I'm saying. There is some complication. There could be some complications if we let it go
Could
too
be.
much longer.
Could
right?
be.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Am I gonna make that? Am I gonna let that time frame make the craziest decision of my life? You know, a kid is not 18 years of a commitment. It is a lifetime commitment.
Yeah.
You're not like one day not worrying about your kid anymore. You know what I mean? Like I still, you know, talk to Caroline's mom. I still deal with my mom. I still deal with multiple mothers, you know what I mean, who are still dealing with their doofus kids, you know what I mean? And it's been a lot longer than 18 years. So I know that when I pop out a little motherfucker, that my life will be consumed by this kid. You know what I mean?
It would change your life to a positive way. I'm gonna be really honest.
Well, yeah, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't see that until you're there, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna want to be like you. He or she. You know, you just don't know. It's gonna want to be like daddy.
Yeah, I'll be okay then.
I mean, I know the frustration and letting
but if
your
it was
son.
a girl, think about the risk. If it was a girl, she wouldn't be until she was 25. I would. If you were anybody who was affiliated with her that was a boy, I'd have very high expectations of a human from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, I'd be too protective for sure.
You have sisters?
No sisters, all brothers.
All brothers.
All brothers. I've never had to worry about a sibling and their well-being. You know what I mean? And like how they are, really. We you know, when it comes to like the simple things.
Wow.
So yeah, if I ever had a sister, oh man, yeah, I'd probably be
very
pretty
overprotective.
of her. Yeah,
that's why I asked, because you're going to be like that if you have a daughter, but of course.
Yeah, she's going to be, you know, God, I have all these like ways that my dad raised me that I would have to raise my kid like, right? I'd have to have him like disciplined in some way, like rather like, excuse me.
Yeah.
But what I mean by disciplined is like, in a discipline, like in karate or in a sport of some sort, or something that's taking up your time, that's teaching you a life skill, yada, yada, yada. I knew so many kids at school that were just, their parents were willy-nilly. When they got off of school, they could do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And I knew that I had to go to karate class, or I had to go to skating or something like that. You know what I mean? I just think that shit builds character and builds things that you need in life. But so then I'd have my kid in all sorts of shit, basically. I'm sorry, go on.
No, you're good. You're good. No. I mean, I agree with you. See, the problem is that my son, actually, I try to do all that. I try to get him into sports. I try to get him into golf. That was the first thing. And he kind of liked it, but then he quit it. And then he tried to get him into baseball. Oh, Daddy, I don't like it. Then I got him into football. No, I don't. I'd rather watch it than play it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold on a second. Xbox. Wow.
Xbox.
Yes.
He's into it.
Freaking gamer.
Hey, man, if you're a gamer, you're a gamer. You know, you're
a gamer.
Like,
and I'm like, okay, fine. I love you no matter what. It doesn't bother me. You want to be a gamer? Cool.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, my dad would go out there and teach me or throw baseballs to me, and when I quit baseball, I'm sure it was fucking heart-wrenching to him, and to see me sit there on a computer every fucking day was probably not making him feel better about it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel you on that, the gaming stuff. But
how's your relationship with him now?
It's good, man. I have mad respect for my dad, and I think that's mutual. We don't live in the same state as each other, so we don't see each other very often, but yeah, man, good relationship with my father. Not something we just don't. It's not a daily basis type of thing. No, it's like a visit family type of thing.
Yeah. Now your last name is Lazar, right? Yeah. Where's that last name? What nationality you're from, or what's the history?
I don't know exactly where the name itself comes from, but you know, when I was born, my dad told me that I was half Hungarian, half just American. So I got some Hungarian side of me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And my mom will tell you I got more stuff. She's told me a few times. I don't really remember all of them. Maybe a little Italian, you know. But yeah, my mom's got a few different things on her side. So Yeah. I would just say Hungarian.
Hungarian.
Yeah.
That's cool. 'Cause, I mean, to be really honest, I love the last name. I was like,
thanks, brother.
that is freaking awesome. That's really neat.
I appreciate that,
Man.
brother. Yeah, didn't give me a bad name, I guess.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, relationship with fathers is so important, man. You just don't know.
Yeah,
It builds character. It gives you that confidence boost. Your parents, your mom, your dad.
it affects more of your life than you will ever think until you kind of get to those parts of your life,
Yeah.
Having good parents.
Good parents that, are there for you, that let you feel that security.
Oh, yeah.
I unfortunately, my parents split up, and so I lived in a divorced home, and that brought a lot of insecurity when I was in a relationship.
Really?
I couldn't understand why until I went to go seek a psychologist, and I told her, listen, I have an issue every single time in a breakup or a relationship, we split, I take it very, very, very hard. It takes me like 6 months to a year to recover. I'm constantly crying, to the point that my mom wants to take me to the hospital, and it's like really, really bad, very bad depression.
And then the psychologist helped you kind of learn what that was coming from?
Yeah, she did like a background, and it goes, bingo, your parents, when they got divorced, you were little, even though you may not know, but you were little. You could remember subconsciously that separation, not having your dad come back home.
Yeah.
You were used to seeing him coming back, and for him not coming back home to see you, that created insecurity now. So when you have a separation in your life, it brings you back into that time. It was wild.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So what she did, she flipped my brain in a way that made me think that I'm freaking Brad Pitt with $1 million in my bank account.
Oh, no shit.
Oh boy.
Your
From then
confidence
on,
came
I was just like, I just didn't care. Now I felt secure about myself. Now it was about me. It was wild how she did it, and helped me out a lot. And that was only with like 3 months of session.
Oh, shit.
I was like, where were you at?
Yeah, you had to go through all these fucking breakups without her.
Yeah, I was 18, 19, 20 years old. I'll be crying, and that was just
breakups are hard, man. For anybody, that shit's just, some people take it harder than others, without a doubt. But they suck for everyone, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, they're always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I feel you.
So yeah, man, it's really wild. So that's something to think about. If you ever think about having kids, it's something to think about. Now you could always adopt if the time passed too much.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
you're not lying. Adopt.
You're not lying. That's always an option, I suppose.
Because the reason why I like to see that I haven't seen yet somebody carry on your legacy. Someone carry on your name, the Summit1G name. In the future, if you decide to, okay, I'm going to retire from streaming, or this is my time, then your son or daughter could carry your name and keep on going for the new generation. So the 1G name will always stay on there.
Yeah, I guess.
Something to think about there.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, and you never know. That's their source of income because you worked for it. You did it all on your own.
Yeah, passing that along wouldn't be the worst idea.
Passing it on to your child. It's something to think about. I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I just, for some odd reason, I get this vibe within me that you're going to be a phenomenal father. I don't know what it is, man.
I appreciate that, brother, man. Thanks so much.
I don't know what it is. I could feel it. There's people that I could feel like, I'm like, yeah, no, don't have kids. Don't have kids. No. Oh yeah, party on, dude. Cool. Peace. Party on, man. Do as you wish. Live life.
Yeah.
When you're 50, we'll talk.
I feel that.
They're not that mature yet.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So outside of playing, is there any hobbies you have? Anything you like fishing? You like skating?
Really, my hobby was video games forever, right? So when it became my job, it's still the hobby, right? Outside of that, snowboarding probably would be the closest thing.
Oh, snowboarding! Really?
Yeah, me and Caroline recently took up snowboarding. We've gone like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, we like it. It's a great time. We got like a mountain which is a couple hours away from us, so it's just like a quick drive up, hit the slopes for like maybe 3-4 hours, then drive home.
Wait, you're in Denver?
Colorado, near Denver.
Colorado? Okay. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Man, you're pretty far away then. I got a buddy of mine that is a professional skateboarder.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and he snowboards up there all the time.
No shit. Yeah, it's fun.
So
man.
when he's doing, when he's doing his tour, whatever his competitions and stuff, and when he's done, he goes straight to snowboarding. He just loves it.
No shit.
He loves it up there. One of these days, I'll introduce you to him. If I ever get in contact with him. I mean, I have his phone number. I'll text him anytime. But if he's not on some type of thing with skateboarding and doing his sponsors and whatever favors for them,
he's shredding.
Yeah, and he's up snowboarding. I'll pass you his information.
Yeah, fuck yeah. If he goes to the similar mountains as me, why not?
Yeah, I mean he's pretty cool. He's a really, really nice guy.
Is he?
Really, really, really nice guy. So he games a lot too, but he plays mainly with Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
A very good player, and I used to tell him, I said, dude, you ever thought about? He goes, no, man, I'm so freaking busy. I got my skateboarding thing, and then I want to open up my business and doing this, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, taking a lot on.
Yeah. So he always talks to me about snowboarding. He just loves it.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do that a lot, or now the winter's like now?
Yeah, we've been on a long break, but it's about to kick back up, and then we're gonna start going again. Like maybe a couple times a month is what we plan on doing.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, we got season passes, everything all lined up already. We're good.
Season pass. Well, you there's like a pass to go to one of the parks or something?
Yeah. It's like you have day passes, you have season passes. It's kind of cool. You have to like pass through like a little scanner, but the scanner can like hit you on your whole body as long as it's not in a thing with like keys and a phone. If you have it in its own little special pocket, the scanner will get you. It's kind of sweet.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
neat.
Then you get on the little lift, go up to the top of the mountain. We just go on little wussy mountains, right? And then just cruise down.
Now, question: between snowboarding and skiing, what's more easier?
I don't actually know, but I've asked. I've had a couple instructors. I've asked other people. Everybody that I've talked to says skiing is easier to get started on.
Okay.
Than snowboarding is. Snowboarding is kind of like a little bit weird, I think, for the first few days for people, is what the guy was saying. It was kind of a little bit weird. I did a lot of skateboarding in my younger days, and when I came to snowboarding, I guess the biggest difference was you can't really like you would just lean over to the left on the skateboard, lean to the right. It's going to change directions, right? If you try to just do that kind of willy-nilly with the snowboard, you can catch your edge and eat shit. So I had to kind of learn like a neutral position to let the board do a little bit, movement on its own before I started moving over and getting on the edge and shit. So it was definitely like kind of like a weird little learning curve to it that people say is a little bit easier on the skis, but ultimately I think they're both fucking hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, you're riding down snow, man. That's just like ice.
Yeah. Yeah. There's times where I'm going too fast. I'm just like, oh shit, man. If they ain't got any crap on that stop, Yeah.
I assume it's hard to break on snowboard versus skiing. Because you got those little poles, right? They kind of help you out.
I don't know if the poles even help them on stopping. They still have to pizza. They do that a lot. Pizza, right? They tell people that a lot when they first get started. Put your skis into a pizza formation so that the outside of the edges, will start to hit on the skis. But really, they're like hockey stopping. They're like whoosh, when they get good. It looks like it's easier to stop on those, but ultimately, I think stopping is not the hard part.
No,
it's getting the rotation. Period. That's the hard part. It's like, getting your body and the board to, go front side and like without hitting an edge and eating shit, and then being able to bring that back to, the normal side, and like hitting your back edge to front edge to back edge to front edge and going back and forth. That seems to me like it's hard because you're going fucking fast and you're going straight and you have to turn to the right and turn your back on this hill, right? It's kind of scary. I think it's kind of scary. You know what I mean? Don't fuck up.
You better not.
Yeah.
You better not.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's what we'd be doing on our off stream time.
Off stream time. You guys don't go to like Disney or Universal?
I mean, we just went to Disney, but that's just to visit family, really. And TwitchCon was there, so I visited family, went to TwitchCon, was at Disney while I was there. Other than that, that's not like I wouldn't call it a hobby. I would call it just like a go do some shit type of thing. Yeah. Hobby-wise, legit nothing outside of video games and snowboarding and movies and TV shows.
So you guys don't do much traveling? I mean...
I'm not really into traveling myself. She probably would want to travel a little bit more than me, but I don't do planes very well, so I don't travel unless I need to. And if it's usually only for family or for work. And for work, man, they better be paying a shitload for me to get on a plane. You know what I mean?
Well, if you ever come to Florida, okay?
I've been there.
If you ever come to Florida, want to go to Universal Studios, you let me know. I got past there. I could go as many times as I want.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we'll meet up.
I went there recently, actually. Went to Universal. We got on we were doing the Harry Potter rides.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you know about the new one that's coming out now? Epic Universal?
No. What is it?
Oh, gosh.
Is it a new Harry Potter ride or a new Universal?
Yes, a new they just expand. It's like a new park. It's like 3 parks. They're going to put Nintendo World.
Oh, shit.
Mario World, all that stuff is going to be there. The new Harry Potter is going to be, dude, it's just like crazy.
No
Look
shit.
it up.
Okay.
The
Okay,
Epic Universal.
Epic
It's going to open
Universal.
up, I think, in about a year
Are they
from now.
opening? Are they going to open one in California too? Because they got Universal Hollywood, right?
No, it's going to be for, they're going to do certain things in California.
Okay.
A couple things, but all the big stuff, everything that's going to be
always in
huge is
Florida.
going to be on, Orlando.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah, man, that's how it goes. Disney's the same, I think, out there. So
Yeah, same
Florida's
thing.
the big dogs.
Yeah, I mean, so you got to go all the way East Coast for this.
Oh shit.
That was a 3.5 hour, 4 hour flight for you, right?
Yeah, I think it was like almost 4.5 hours. Dang. Yeah, I was freaking out. I hate flights, and that was like I didn't bring Xanax on that flight. So it was terrible.
Take Benadryl, brother. Just take Benadryl. Knock yourself
Yeah,
out.
I have Benadryl just in case to go to sleep, I guess, but I've never
Yeah,
tried
it
it
helps
because I'm
you
like
sleep.
kind of. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I've been kind of worried to take it. My last flight actually went pretty good though, so I'm not super worried about traveling right now. But I also don't look forward to it.
Oh gosh, then don't try Flight Simulator on VR.
I can handle. I can handle video game shit. Video game stuff doesn't ever get me like a hype feeling.
Oh god, man! But there are certain VRs that I tried this one. My son said, "Here, try this. You're gonna walk on a board." And I don't know what it is that I'm walking on top of a building on a small 2x4 board.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh my God. And I felt the tension. I was like, I can't. And he tried to push me. I'm like, don't push me.
Yeah.
I think your brain is like saying, hey, wait 1 second. This is not right.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make my brain think this is not real.
But it's still seeming pretty fucking real to your brain. Yeah.
Exactly. It's
There's like a video where a guy's at like a mall or something like that, and he has like a VR headset on, and it's like a roller coaster game, dude. So he's going down this roller coaster, and as soon as he goes down the first fucking drop of the roller coaster, his friend pushes him, and he starts flopping like a fish, dude. He starts freaking out. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know how to react.
Oh, I remember that one. I saw that video.
Yeah. It's like when VR we're a little bit newer.
There was one guy, I forgot his name. He did one that he was in space, and he's getting out the space shuttle, and to go out to look around the space, and he just like freaked out, and he couldn't take it anymore. He had to take it out and come back to it. He couldn't like even walk. I mean, he was just like tense,
Disoriented.
Yeah.
Huh.
He was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall out. Oh, jeez, this feels so real. So, yeah. So all these pilots that are into the flight simulator, they say, oh, it's a totally different experience.
Really? Okay.
What is it that you fear about flying? You just fear about the
just heights, just heights.
Just heights.
Not being in control, heights, same time, basically double whammy. I don't like being a passenger fucking seat in a car either. So it's just lack of control and the fear of heights. I would say is what planes do to me.
Yeah, it's a control.
If I flew the plane, I might be okay.
You might be okay.
Yeah.
You might fine with me. I'm flying. I have control.
And
if I need to go up, I go up. If I need to go down, I'll go down.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, that's kind of wild. But yeah, man, if you ever pass by down over here, man, you let me know.
I'll give you a holler.
Give me a holler. Probably hook you up with some of the pros. There's a Rainbow Six pro that lives up north, up in Florida. Okay. One of the big guys in Star Citizens live up there too.
Listen, man, I don't know if Rainbow pros like Counter-Strike pros.
I heard some type of rumor about that. Because
they think they're playing the smarter, more big brain game than Counter-Strike players, so
that's crazy.
No, I don't actually know as a whole community, but I do know that there's a thought process there for some people.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might. That happens a lot of games. Some games. Oh, my games that has more. You need more skills to play this game, and all this and that.
Of course.
I said all of them say that. All of them will say that. I mean, Counter-Strike is, I think, still the biggest first-person shooter game there is in the world.
I can't think of another one. No. Yeah, I mean, I would think that's probably true.
Yeah, I think it's Call of Duty, and then you got Rainbow Six.
Yeah. I think when it comes to esports tournament-wise, Counter-Strike.
Yeah, tournament-wise? Yeah, Counter-Strike is like freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's just the perfect recipe for good esports, man, to be honest with you. It's really good for players, it's really good for viewers, it's the whole shebang. Remember, like, if something's not good for viewers, it's not going to work, right? Look at Overwatch. Yeah. Look at Overwatch. Overwatch, for the longest time, has had this viewership issue where nobody wants to watch like a ball of fucking 5 heroes or 6 heroes, bunch up together and start throwing ultimates out there to get a clearing on a route for the next area against another 6. It's very confusing what the fuck is even going on, But Counter-Strike, you don't need to know shit about that game. And when you have a caster casting it and that knows what the fuck they're doing, you'll know what's going on in Counter-Strike. You don't have to know shit about the game,
True.
You don't have to know that this guy's a big old fucking wave that comes out of his body, or this guy does a fucking ultimate ability that pops up all the fucking other dudes or nothing. You know that these motherfuckers throw smoke grenades and flash grenades and they shoot each other. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple shit. So, yeah, for viewer-wise, people, I think, would like watching Counter-Strike for that reason. The simplicity's there. Even Rainbow Six will suffer from that to an extent, when it comes to viewership, because you're going to have a better time watching Rainbow Six if you know what the fuck's going on. Exactly. And you're not going to know exactly what's going on as a new viewer to that game very easily. The casters will definitely help, though.
Yeah, the casters will help. Because you got to know when, okay, this person's on defense. Okay, now this person's on offense. When it comes to Rainbow, it's very, very tactical.
Yeah, having the casters in that game is super essential. Sorry to cut you off. Go on.
No, you're good. No, you're good. It's very tactical. You got to know what to do. I had a couple casters on the pod, and they're just so energetic. I mean, these guys just like, dude, it's like hold on, let me take my 5th Red Bull.
They do a very good job. They do a very good job explaining the game, though. You know what I mean? Without them, it's like having no Joe Rogan telling you what the fuck's happening in the UFC fight. You know what I mean? It's just like it's super important to have those guys explain to the audience exactly what's going down. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying that from Counter-Strike perspective, it's just I think one of the reasons it's easy to watch Counter-Strike is it's got a good time frame for it, round to round. It's got really like epic moments about it. Clutch moments happen all the fucking time in Counter-Strike, and then it's just on top of all that, it's simple. It's the simplicity's there. Your brain doesn't have to think too hard.
That is so true. You know who told me that was Seth.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Super from Team Sonics, the manager. He told me that he was trying to explain one time he was streaming that the differences between Counter-Strike and watching Rainbow and versus Counter-Strike, why it was much easier to watch Counter-Strike.
Yeah. It's just got the simple elements to it, you know. It's not hard to wrap around your head, you know, or wrap your head around it.
You ever thought about casting for Counter-Strike?
I think I've done it once or something like that. I've gotten some offers to go to events to do some like caster gigs and shit, but I always thought that it'd be too much pressure. There's no reason to put myself under that. You know what I mean? I just didn't want. I didn't want to put myself into a position where I'd have to feel that type of fucking nerves. You know,
the responsibility.
It's kind of scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, you better know your shit.
Yeah.
So, which I, you know, for the most part, do. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. Players screw up. So some Counter-Strike player just lost it for his team because he used the wrong keyboard. He like had a keyboard where he had some function on it turned on by, I think, mistake, and cost it. His teammates won the match or the first round of a best of 3, and ended up having to forfeit that, and then ended up, I think, losing out to lose the whole thing. I'm pretty sure. Don't
tell me you're trying to give me a hint. That's what happened to you.
No. That's what happened to me. But it happened to somebody regarding their mechanical equipment recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For me, it was just like, well, I'm a dumbass, basically.
I saw the video, the story of Summit. Yeah. I had to see it. Yeah.
I had my name stapled in the game for the wrong reason, but
gosh,
it's still there, I guess.
Yeah. But you know what's really crazy? Uh-huh. If you eliminated somebody and you won the round, it should have ended right there. Why doesn't the game...
The bomb was planted, though. I have to defuse it. It comes down to, can you get there in time to defuse it? Correct. Did that terrorist buy enough time for the bomb, right?
That same with Rainbow. If they do, they activate the bomb, you got to go ahead and defuse it. And sometimes, let me tell you, it's not with fire, but there's a claymore, and you walk into it, boom. That's it.
I'm sure they got plenty of those moments in Rainbow with traps and shit like that. I'm sure there's plenty. Or at least 10 times more than Counter-Strike on 1v0 losses, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's plenty pros that gone through that, and there's one thing that there's an operator called Capcan puts these little laser trap. So
he's one of my favorite guys to use, actually.
Yeah, likewise. So they're rushing in and just I gotta defuse it. I killed everybody, so I gotta go defuse it. And just that little moment,
little Capcan trap, bap, or the little frost trap, bap. You know what I mean?
You friggin' lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen to anybody.
You know, it is what it is. Years ago, it happened.
But what?
I had to kind of just roll with it.
But you know what's really kind of like, it's a bittersweet thing. Of course, you didn't win it. Mm-hmm. But it got you to be known, got you to be even more popular.
Yeah,
it's the wildest thing. Yeah. If I'm sure that if everything would have went perfect, do you think you would have the popularity?
I mean, I did have a good stream before I even went there, but I mean that the amount of like free marketing that gave me is insane, right? So obviously, I think if I had to choose, I mean, from a Counter-Strike player's competitive perspective, I would happily not had that happen. But from a streamer's perspective, obviously the extra marketing for the channel is giant, right? I mean, bro, every single time someone dies to a fire in a cast or in a casted tournament, people spam 1G. Even shoutcasters will still randomly give me shout-outs to this day about random Molotov moments that'll happen. You're like, oh, there's a Summit moment, or the shout out to the 1G, or whatever. So I can't hate, I enjoy that people enjoyed it, and it is what it is, dude. I fucking sucked in that moment. What can I say?
Let me tell you something. You remember the Olympics? This Olympics has just happened. Mm-hmm. That breakdancing lady from Australia.
I do know the breakdancer.
Can you believe that now she's like, keep on roasting me, is making me so much freaking money.
Yeah,
she has become more popular than ever.
It's wild. You never know what the fuck the internet is gonna feed you.
I know. But what's like really crazy,
girl and shit like that. She's like, she was a normal ass girl. Now she's super fucking famous.
Yeah,
just wild.
And I'll tell you what, who was the champion of the breakdancing competition? Nobody freaking knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
right,
knows.
Actually.
Who got the gold medal? I
No one
don't
knows.
know.
Who got last though? Everyone fucking knows.
Everyone knows.
That's funny. That's actually funny. That's a good point. I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah,
So you
so it's
stick
not
around
always
with
the,
me,
it's not always
Summit.
it's
You
not
gotta
always the
stick
good
around with
publicity.
me, bro.
It's not always the good publicity, I guess. Sometimes it's the things that aren't expected.
Yeah. Look at that. Freaking famous. If it wasn't for you that you made that blooper, obviously it was a blooper. It wasn't like a skill issue. You just like ran forward and just actually cut the head
I wasn't
corner
even
of it.
I wasn't looking at my screen.
Yeah, so
I was
it's
looking
like
at my teammate I was like high fiving my boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I
was
saw
just
that.
holding W while I was doing it. And then I can hear my teammates on the comms going, Summit, Summit, and then boom, I'm dead.
hey, but if it wasn't for that,
Yeah, like I said, I'll take it for my
Publicity.
streaming career. My Counter-Strike career was not a fun pill to swallow for that, but my streaming career,
how many years you were in Counter-Strike?
Oh man, I've been playing Counter-Strike since I was like 15.
No, but as a pro.
I mean, you'd have to. I mean, if you ask me, I was never a pro, but I did play at the highest level that NA has. When CS:GO first came out, I played 2 seasons of Invite. So,
Okay.
I don't know. Let's call it a year.
Do you know how many pros that I know that are phenomenal? I don't know too much. Well, I know one Counter-Strike player that came on the pod named Wolfie. He was with M80.
Okay.
Really nice guy. Very phenomenal. Actually, he lives like very near me, like a town,
no shit.
next town. We were talking and it was like, dude. But coming to that, a lot of these guys are pros. And now you don't hear much about them. And they'll stream, but they're not as popular. It's like, and I tell this to a lot of these guys that are pros. I said, listen, you did the other way around. You became good, unknown. You're not a big streamer, and you became a pro. A lot of times, and not always, but there are some people that become big streamers and then they become pro because everybody's saying, dude, why don't you go play this game? Why don't you go pro? Why don't you go pro? And I hear you in one of your videos, like, I'm really thinking about it. If I put more time, I'm going to go ahead and go pro on, Counter-Strike. And I'm sure everybody's like, yeah, go do it because you're a beast. Now, a lot of, these players is the other way around. They go by, by groups and friends and they play and they were able to go, they got recommended. So if you don't have a large amount of viewers, to sustain, viewership and make money on the side, then you're going to have a rough time. So a lot of these guys, they're just having it rough. There's some former pros that are really freaking good that they're only pulling 100 viewers, 200 viewers. That is it. They won a major. They won a major. They won the big one. And you ask around, do you know so-and-so? They're like, who is he? But I know Jinxie. I know Summit. I know Shroud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
people are, into the game. Their own specific games is really only when those guys are going to shine, right? It's like if you're not a streamer, okay, and you are instead a pro player who's streaming, then you are susceptible to everything that your video game has to offer, right? If your video game is not that popular, well, then your stream can only get so popular. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that sort of stuff. So it's definitely a different avenue to take, but you are absolutely more susceptible to the game's relevance than a streamer that was already streaming deciding to try to go pro on a game, right? They're not as cornered by the video game as a pro player would be, I would imagine. So
that's why I'm trying to say, because if you would have stuck to being a pro,
I would never have been a full-time Counter-Strike or a streamer, I don't think.
Exactly. You wouldn't be where you're at right now.
Yeah. If I would have stuck to playing Counter-Strike and only Counter-Strike and that was my only jammer,
yeah,
I wouldn't be as successful for sure. And there's a chance that I wouldn't have even gotten my foot in the door. So,
And this is probably why that moment happened. It happened for a reason.
yeah.
Look where
Someone
you're
was
at
looking
now.
down on me. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah. That's so true. So take it as a blessing, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take it as a blessing. It's let me tell you, it could only happen to one person, you know, but it happened to you.
I'll take it.
Take
Lucked out
it.
in life.
Cause yeah, popped off real good. I mean, you're doing phenomenal. You're married, successful. You got deals, and now you're with a computer company and all this
Doing
stuff.
GTA shit.
Yeah, and now you're playing. You know, you play anything you feel like, having fun. You got a good chat. They're really nice there.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
sometimes I tell people to fuck off, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's normal. You got those you gotta be tough on, but you know, that's tough love.
Yeah, it's tough love.
Yeah. Well, Summit, I know time is of essence, and I know you're a busy man and you got a lot of things, but I am truly honored. Thank you so much for tuning in and coming into the pod, and giving me the chance, man. Thank you so
man.
much.
Yeah,
It's
thanks for having
such
me.
an honor, man.
Yeah, sorry about the lack of communication. You know. But
Don't
it's,
worry about it. I mean,
I'm glad we finally got it together. And
I know we
the
finally got
therapist I
it.
know.
You know, I work in a hospital. I work 3 days a week, so I'm also really not easy to contact. But now it's gonna be easy now for any time you need to contact me. You got my,
All right.
my
I got your
info.
number.
You got my number, and but yeah, I work these 12-hour shifts 3 days a week, and it's just tough on the body.
I feel that.
And I
man.
work 7 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning. So
Jeez,
trust me,
that's a rough
I'm
one.
very grateful when you're streaming, because there's moments that at my work that everything, the census is low, that there's hardly not that many patients. It's not busy. We got a lot of people sleeping, and I just take my phone, put in my Bluetooth without nobody seeing, and I watch
Chill.
Summit.
Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate
man.
that, man.
I watch it. Yeah.
It means a lot, man. It means a lot, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
man,
I just like, you know, that you're very humble, man. I want to be really honest, because if you weren't, you could be Mr. Beast with all the amount of viewers of Mr. Beast or whatever. If you were cocky, high ego, all stuck up, I'm like, I just wouldn't care.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I want to be a likable guy. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know, I like being around people that like each other. So I try to make the same shit happen on the stream for the most part, at least. And yeah, that's where it's gone. That's where the kind of the cool community comes from. You know, it's just kind of years of cool motherfuckers coming through and just kind of sticking around. You know, so
Very cool,
yeah, man.
laid back.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they're all pretty good. They're all really really supportive when we rate other channels and stuff like that. They're always super chill, man.
Yeah, man.
So
Well,
can't
listen.
complain.
I give everybody a minute. So the stage is yours. Tell everybody around the world where they can find you, your socials, everything. I mean, advertise the heck out of your stuff.
Listen, I'll be quick on this. You can find me on X at Summit1G. You can find me on Twitch at Summit1G. You know, I'll just stick with those. Just look for Summit1G. You might find me around somewhere.
Now, where can they buy your hat?
You know, this hat's not being sold anymore. But listen, if people really have a demand for it, I'll bring it back.
Oh, okay. You have shirts? Yeah, I mean, don't you
listen,
have a website?
Well, yeah, I've had kind of different merch throughout the years, and we're kind of
Okay.
in a limbo period with what merch company we want to work with and what merch line we want to bring out. So it's kind of on the back burner at the moment. People have been asking me for like 6 months about it. It has supposed to have been out before Christmas, and or it's supposed to come out before Christmas, so hopefully it does.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I appreciate you letting me do the shout-outs and stuff, but I just don't have crazy
Yeah,
shit
no.
to shout out. You know?
Oh, no problem, man. Like I said, the stage is yours. Let them know. I don't care.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man.
All your stuff, you know, your website. So everybody, please follow Summit1G, please. He is a phenomenal person, really, really nice, humble, as you could hear. He's that type, you know.
Appreciate
And
you, man.
yes, once you go into his Twitch stream, there's going to be a lot of people viewing him. He has over 6 million followers on Twitch. has 1 million or so on X, on Twitter. So, I mean, he's a very busy man. But as you can tell, he doesn't care to hang out with somebody that only has 550 followers on
you never
on
know
X.
you never know when the internet is making you that next person.
I know, you never know. I mean,
just,
honestly,
rolling around.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, it'd be nice. I had a person's like, dude, how come you got so many pro players following you? I'm like, well, because I'm known on the pro scene.
You gotta look. Yeah, your name's out. Hopefully, this episode will get you some, some news, some new people.
Oh,
Who knows?
hopefully, yeah. Well, hopefully, if you ever want to play with any pros on Rainbow, you let me know.
I know who to hit.
You know who to hit. I got you, and even on Halo. Well, I got you one time with Halo with Accelerate. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Till today, he still talks about it. He was he's still grateful. Oh God, the guy's totally grateful.
Halo's a great game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They're doing something. I think they're doing something pretty soon. So hopefully we get to see you.
Yeah, I'll be around. Halo. Anything that comes out with that shit, I'll be around for it probably. I didn't watch the tournaments that came around recently, but I just been doing my own thing on that regard. But when Halo like gameplay stuff comes out, like once the new one launches, Halo 5 or what's called Halo on Unreal 5, under Halo Studios, the first game. I mean, shit, I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah,
that's one of my favorite genres, or I don't know what the fuck you call it, but game series.
Oh yeah, that's cool. It's one of my favorites too. So
yeah.
Well, you got it, brother. Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time, you know what time it is. Peace. God bless.
Thanks for listening to this episode on the Esports Lounge podcast, bringing you the best conversation from the world of esports. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode. Till next time, peace.